Hello, how's it going? This is my vlog. It's 9:41 a.m. I got to sleep really late last night. After I went to the gym, I came back at 8 and then didn't really have a dinner and was just kind of laying there stretching my hips for like a couple of hours or something, and then laid down here, and yeah, I was up until like 12:30 or something. I'm kind of tired today. Like, I feel like I don't even have to work out if I don't want to, or do any exercise. Recovery is, I'm not really recovering. Exercise catching up to me. Even though I didn't do anything day before yesterday, and yesterday I only lifted 60,000 pounds in the gym. It was like an hour and 36 minutes, but so what I'm going to do today is spend the first part of the day just catching up on my house. These plants are falling off my walls, so I need to reinforce them all with screws. I thought they would last a little bit longer than that, and I even lost one. One of them shattered. It fell, yeah. And the other one broke. So I need to catch up on that house stuff and probably clean up the house. That's kind of exercise in itself. I have to clean up all of the ferret poop. I usually clean up the ferret poop in the place like once a week. Doing it every day is like, it gets ahead of you. So I could probably never get a roommate at this point because I just wouldn't be able to keep up with the ferret poop. Yeah, but among a bunch of other reasons. But so I just did my Hume Health, and yeah, it says my biologic age is back up to 46. But and my metabolism went down a little bit. It's interesting how like my body is changing very slowly, if like at all. I have an idea that like all of a sudden though, like I'll get fit. Like my metabolism will be hovering at like 1750 or whatever, and then all of a sudden it'll go up to like 1800. Because I haven't been doing this for that long. I need to get on and look at my vlogs, and I want to start numbering maybe the workouts that I do. That would make it really clear. So yeah, and then I need to eat a bunch of the food that I bought. I got a bunch of food at Costco, and I've like been busy, so I haven't had really the time to eat my own food. I mean, eating out, I went to had a burrito at Illegal Pete's down on Table Mesa yesterday and like the day before, but they're only like $11. But yeah, but if I do have the time later, I think I'll go dirt rollerblading. But if I don't have the time, I'll just set up all my stuff, all my gear, and figure out my apartment. But yeah, when I'm at the beginning of getting in shape like I am now, so if I feel like kind of beat and tired one day, you know, there's no real reason to work out, do anything physical that day. I could do something tomorrow. Like if I do something today, I'll be beat and I won't be able to do anything tomorrow. If I don't do anything today, I could do something tomorrow because I have an overnight, and I'm going to be working from 5:20 this afternoon until 8 tomorrow morning. So that's like 14 hours, 40 minutes. And I stay busy the whole time working on my website on the overnight. Yeah. If I had my way, I would get all of my hours on overnights though. Like if it was just overnights, like if I just did 3 overnights a week and nothing else, that'd be like 36 hours a week of me just working on my website. But so yeah, that's what's going on with my training. Oh man, I'm yawning, so yeah, maybe I should chill. Yeah, that's about all I have to talk about now. You getting back in shape, you know, when you're like really out of shape, like I was, like really out of shape. I was stretching for like a year or two before I even wanted to exercise at all because I was so damn tight. There's lots of ups and downs, you know, like you think you're making progress and then all of a sudden you're just like really tired and, you know, you're like, because like all the recovery stuff catches up with you. So it's kind of how I feel now. But so that's basically my vlog. I'm gonna go and yeah, get caught up with my apartment. This apartment just takes a lot of work to fix up, and like it take forever to set up, but then to fix up because stuff breaks. Like my my tube came apart for my hamsters, and that's how my hamsters were disappearing. So I went and got Gorilla Glue and glued all that together, but like my TV stopped working, and I like pulled the chair out just to look and see if I could just flip the switch on the power cord there just to get the power off to the TV. That didn't work because there's no switch. And I couldn't unplug it because it plugs behind the cage, the ferret cage, which I can't move. But, and I broke the ferret tube. So now I have to go in and fix the ferret tube with like my drill, get my drill out and drill holes through it and get the zip ties and zip tie it shut. Just that kind of stuff. So the way that I set up my apartment is like so nice. It's like world class, but I spent so much damn time and money on it that like it's designed to last. I gotta live here for like 30 years for it to be worth it. All that work that I put in. Yeah, that's why people should own their own houses because it's actually good for the economy too because then people will blow all of their money setting up their houses, you know, buying all kinds of stuff. When everybody's a renter, you know, and you could get kicked out at any moment, like you have to live like a fundamentalist Muslim with like nothing adorning the house, and it kind of kills your personality and your creativity, you know. People should be able to own their houses, even if they're small, because then you can set it up, personalize it, you know, share your creativity with the world and all that kind of stuff. I should do another house tour, and I should go into the store and get more pothos. Pothos is like the only plant that survives in my house. Ferns do okay. Ferns do okay, but not nearly as well as the pothos. Like there's a fern. Those are some ferns that are doing all right. But those plants just straight up die right away. And it's like, why? You know, you get plenty of water. Plus with the pothos, they all take the same amount of water. So you can all water them together. But these pothos are like genetically designed to thrive indoors. So, and now that I have all of these lights in here, I might just make sure all of the lights are on. Not all of those are regular lights. 3 of them are regular lights and 2 are blue light, so that everything glows in here when I have it on at night. And this is actually a window. My whole wall is a window, but I don't want to remove that until I'm a little bit more fit. You know, I have like side boob going on. You know, I don't have like the cut. It's like blubber. I have like Ric Flair body. 23.8% body fat, it said today. Like my body fat's not even really going down. So I don't really like looking at myself in the mirror that much. I decided I kind of would basically judge my fitness based on what my body fat percentage is. So Whenever I get down to the teens, whenever the hell that'll be, dude, that could take forever. Yeah, dude, it could be like 6 months or something. But whenever I get into the teens, that's when I'll start, like, you know, like looking at myself, like removing this and looking at the mirrors and taking pictures of myself, like on Instagram and stuff. That's when I'll be like fit. But then once you're like 15% body fat, that's when you're fit. There's this guy, bodybuilder I saw on YouTube, it said your testosterone is the highest between 10 and 15%. So yeah, once you get down below 10, you're like not quite as, I guess, overall healthy. So maybe I could get down to 10, who knows? Once I get into a rhythm, you know, maybe I'll get into a rhythm. I still feel like I'm still trying to find my rhythm, like with the apartment and work and everything. I did find it with my website though, you know. I used up all my credits yesterday on the image creation. And yeah, if I hang out and working on the house all day long, I'll definitely use up all my credits tonight with the overnight, and then focus on just downloading the rest of my ChatGPT images so that I could then get them onto my external hard drive. Because I freaked out yesterday. I left my backpack in like one of the ladies' apartments and freaked out. I was like, oh no, I didn't lose it. You know, like, did somebody break into my car and steal it? Even though I knew it was locked. Like, I'm so careful about my backpack, but then I still leave it around. So, yeah, I've been smoking like weed because my mom, I shouldn't say this, but my mom is retired, so she's like irrationally freaked out. Like, she would flip out if she knew I was saying this on YouTube, which is irrational because she's retired. Like, who's gonna fire her? Like, what the fuck? Who's gonna arrest her? It's fucking legal. But yeah, she has a bunch of weed, dude. And it looks like kind bud, and she's like, she claims she doesn't know where it came from. And I'm like, because she won't tell me and stuff. But like, so I've been going over to her house and like just to smoke weed, and she's like smoking weed with me. She drinks too. I went over there and her liquor cabinet's always full, and I'm like, why is it full? She's like, oh, I use that for like curating my aromatherapy. What? But she also had a whiskey in there, which I grabbed and drank. And that's not for that. So she's 84 and still a party animal. But that's why I had like the inkling to go get weed. I did get weed the other day, like 4 or 5 days ago, because I had $5 in my wallet. And it had something to do with like, man, I can't remember my reasoning behind that. Some kind of organization stuff. But yeah, a day like today, like just organizing and cleaning. And I also have to find stuff. Oh man, the shoe. I might not have any time to exercise today because I have to get my mountain bike shoes going. Because I want to be able to mountain bike this next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I don't even work 3 days in a row. And go up in the mountains. It's starting to get colder and stuff. And now's the perfect time because snow's gone. But somebody stole my backpack that had both, and got into my car and stole both of my fucking mountain bike shoes. And my backpack, nice backpack with like all my cycling gear in it. Because my Aria, like, somehow got its settings removed where it locks itself in my basement, which is locked, but that doesn't mean shit. People can come in and out of here freely somehow and just grab stuff. Like, that bike was stolen, but then somebody brought it back like 2 years later. My recliner was stolen, but somebody brought that back a couple of days later. Yeah. Somebody tried to steal my bike a couple years, like 10 years ago. And my roommate went down there and the lock had already been cut and the cutter was there. Like somebody ran for it. And I should have kept the cutter, but I brought it to the cops, see if they could fingerprint it. I should have kept it because those things are like $70. The one I saw was huge. And I'd have a cutter right now that I could have cut my lock in the gym the other day. I got my stuff locked overnight there because they didn't have their own cutter. I wish that stupid ass gym would be open later, man. I would have been able to lift 100,000 pounds yesterday, but they close at fucking 8. Why would 24-hour fitness close at 8? Like, that's way too early, man. Like, it's still daytime at 8 in the summer. And they change the damn name, dude. Like, but that said, they do have a pretty reasonable yearly rate. It was only like $250 for the whole year, and you never have to wait in line for the gyms because that's just such a freaking huge gym. But dude, the people in there are jacked though, man. There's so many just huge dudes and strong too. Like, I look at the machines. I usually have to reduce the weight. Like, all these machines are preset with like full stack all over the place. And there's some people in there that look like, there's some women in there who are pretty jacked too, but there's some guys in there who look like they're on steroids. Like they're cut like they're on steroids. So, which I will never do. I don't believe in that stuff. I think I have an advantage having like an endurance background, because my philosophy is like, if you want to get more fit, just train more, dude. You know, overtrain, because if you overtrain, then you'll burn. You may burn muscle away, but as you're burning muscle away, you're getting fitter and stronger, accustomizing to it, and you're burning fat away. But I don't have the damn time for that. I've been working. My schedule, I just need to get used to my schedule. I need to accommodate my training to my schedule, so I need to have like really big days that I need like multiple, I need like a day to take off or 2 days to take off, because I can't really train hard Thursdays through Saturday. And then I don't really work, and then it's like 3 days in a row I don't even really have the time. So, you know, so I need to like cook myself so that I need to recover. But dude, with my job, I get to work on my website. I get to keep moving forward on my website, which is such a huge project. Like, I still didn't even fix the links on my Google Earth stuff on my website, because I never did it. I thought I did, but I didn't when I set it up, when I redesigned it. And now I just don't have the time. I need to get to a stopping point with these images, you know, and I don't even know where that stopping point is. And this is like the newest project. I've only been doing it since like Christmas. And it's one of the most time consuming motherfuckers, you know, like every single image from every book ever written in the world until 650. And that's like 320 books or something, and hundreds of thousands of pages. And I'm illustrating the entire books, you know, in chunks of like couple page chapters. So it'll be like at least 500,000 images, maybe up to 1 million images. You know, it'll be an entire year just to create the images on ChatGPT. And then I have to download them, and then I have to splice them, which takes forever, because each image that it creates, it's like 20 images you have to splice out a lot of the time. Or, you know, or usually a minimum of like 6. And then, you know, and then upload them, and then I have to connect them to the website. And now there's some voodoo magic going on where I can't even open the page, even though it's a tiny little first chapter of Livy. It wouldn't even open for no reason whatsoever. Just won't open, even after 12 hours of thinking. And I could try it again now. That'll be fucking hilarious. Not hilarious. It'll be, well, it doesn't really, it's not really something that's getting under my skin, because it doesn't matter. You know, like, my philosophy is, if somebody slights you, or you have bad luck or something like that, but it just so happens that it doesn't matter anyway, like, you have no reason to be angry about it, you know? You know, like, why would you get angry about ill intention towards you if it doesn't result in anything, you know? You know, like, I had I had a roommate. I'll just give you an example. There's this dude in like Chile, this American guy, who was like pestering me for like a week, because he found out I was from Boulder and I grew up skiing. And so he was like, oh, we got to be ski buddies, ski buddies, ski buddies. And I'm like, dude, I don't have any money. I'm flat broke. This American guy, I don't have any money. I can't go skiing. I can barely survive here. I have nothing. And he keeps saying, oh, we'll hook you up. We'll hook you up. Oh, you know, it's cool, like, because he was friends, he was working over at the ski shop, and so he finally talks me into it. He's like, don't you want to ski? Don't you want to ski? Come on, ski buddies. But he was also saying he had some homeless female friend, English friend, who wanted to stay with us because she didn't have any money. She was like traveling for free, selling shit on the road. But as soon as she moves in, it turns out she was going to be the ski buddy, and I was this big asshole, so they like turned on me. But it didn't really matter because at the same time, that's when I got together with Paula. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so I was totally cool about it. And then they couldn't like explain it, you know, like they didn't want to confront me because they knew they were in the wrong. So to avoid me, they just stayed out of the apartment. So I was like, all right, cool. It all works. Then you guys stay away and we can hang out here all the time. And then he got really mad at me, like it was my fault. Like, dude was a fucking lunatic. But like, there's an example. Like, I could have gotten really mad at the guy for like misleading me, lying to me, and manipulating me like that, and the girl for being like thankless and all that. But at the end of the day, it didn't matter because they were out of the apartment, you know. And even after, they were still like pissed because they were like, you know, because they were confused. It didn't matter, you know. Like if somebody, can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but like if somebody like throws a rock at you, at your head, some stranger. I was actually watching that on YouTube last night. Apparently Europe has gone to hell. Like all of these Africans and stuff have invaded Europe. And then they hang out in like the central squares and they think they own the place, like selling trinkets to people. And if you like point your phone at them, even if it's from like 30 or 50 feet away, they'll run up to you and physically attack you, and all their friends will, and they'll even throw rocks at you. And anyway, so if it's like one of them throws a rock at you, but it whizzes by your head and hits one of the friends in the face, like why would you get mad, you know? Yeah, and then I saw this other video where these two of those motherfuckers, scumbags, they looked Muslim, and also Muslims, North Africans and like Middle Easterners. They were in a subway, like, filming this, like, Chinese-looking dude, like, in his face. Like, right in his face, going, hee, 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 like, what are you going to do about it? And so, like, the Chinese guy, like, slapped the phone out of his face, out of his hand or something. So the kid got all pissed off and started swinging punches at him. But the Chinese guy ended up beating the shit out of him with his friend, and he was, like, all, like, crying and stuff, and that was kind of funny. But, god damn it, it makes Europe look like it's gone to hell. Anyways, those are interesting to look at, those videos. But I don't remember it being like that when I was in Europe. I was there in 2010, and I was filming people all over the place with my actual video camera. Just the landscape. But I guess you can't do that now, because if somebody from like a block down notices you, you'll get attacked by some like Muslim. But anyways, you know, you don't really always know the backstory though. I saw some of those videos where like white hippie looking people, or you know, the ladies with the septum rings and stuff, were physically attacking some dude and chasing after him. So that could have been like in this wider context of like protests or something. I don't know, but anyways, that's kind of one reason I was up last night. I was stretching and I was kind of like skipping through those. But I have like ADHD right now. I'm trying to read Kierkegaard, but every time he turns it on, I'm like, let's just watch something on YouTube. I want to start getting in the habit of reading books. I can't read books off of my cell phone because I'm too busy. I'm using the cell phone like from my website because I'm using those creating images, and it's just too time consuming to switch back and forth between books. And if I try that, I might get confused and start like creating images from the book I'm supposed to read without realizing it. You know, I've done that before, so I have to stick with Audible and YouTube if I'm gonna like, you know, try to read books or whatever. Anyways, I've babbled long enough. I'm gonna go and get going on my house right now. I'm tempted to get weed because like this was $40 with my insurance. I got Advair. It's actually not Advair. It's like generic Advair, but they have the same exact container. Like, I didn't even know that was legal. That's what it looks like, Advair, but which makes my lungs like so much better, dude. Advair is a wonder drug, man. Before they came out with Advair, like when I found out about it like 10 years ago, man, I was in so much freaking trouble with asthma, especially if I'm in a bad climate. I can't be in a humid climate or I'll like die, even if I don't touch weed or anything. But anyways, I'm gonna go and yeah, organize my house. I have to water my plants. I didn't even have time to water my plants, and they're starting to die. Even my my pothos. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, and I actually don't have to do anything in terms of exercise. Like my legs, that run I did the other day with the kangaroo shoes, like my legs are still sore. The part where my leg, you know, hits my hips is still blown from that one run. So yeah, hopefully, and then of course my muscles from yesterday, my pecs are sore. So if I don't do anything, you know, I'm kind of convincing myself not to do any exercise today. And just to instead just organize. I need to know where all my stuff is for when I want to go, because I don't even know where it is. I need to like relearn when I want to go off-road rollerblading, because I need to have all sorts of gear. I want to be totally decked out in safety gear so that I'm not freaked out about being aggressive, you know, because I don't want to like trip and fall and skin my knees or hurt my knee or something. And but if you see, dude, type off-road rollerblading, man. People go down, you can go down anything, man, but people don't have ski poles. It's like skiing with these short little skis without poles. Why don't you bring poles? Like it'll make, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring poles when I go. It'll make it a lot more control that way. But I'd like to eventually go up in the mountains and do what these other people are doing, like literally ski down the mountainside. Go up to Chautauqua and ski down a rollerblade down the grass hill. Or like in-car, down the grass hill at in-car. That'd be fun. But, you know, you could hit a rock you don't see and go tumbling, and that's why, yeah, it'd be good to have all that gear on. Because then it's like skiing, it's in the snow, you know, you fall, you don't even get hurt because you have all that safety gear on. But anyways, plus I'm 52 years old. Look at a picture of the bone of a 52-year-old next to a 25-year-old, and it'll scare the fucking shit out of you, dude. Like it gets porous as hell, and I haven't even been exercising at all. So like my bones are extra freaking porous, dude. But my like bone mineral content went up a lot. So I guess my bones are getting stronger. Went from 7.7 to like 8.2 in one day. Pounds. Anyways, that's enough talking. Talk to you tomorrow.